Hello, and thanks for joining me on another show of Real Estate in 15 Minutes. I'm your host, Drayton. Let's get started. We got a big show today. You guys decided to join me today. I got a lot to talk about. Please like the channel and subscribe. I want to get this channel much bigger, and it only happens if you help make it happen. Look, this is what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about how to buy a house today and how to do it yourself. Because with the real estate lawsuits that have been out there and people asking all the time, how do I buy a house myself? What are the steps? What do I do? Well, let's start with step number one. Because step number one is you have to get a good mortgage lender. That's right. Let's start at the very beginning. Let's shake off the cobwebs and just decide to do this right and start where you should. You start with a good mortgage lender. A good mortgage lender is going to be all the difference between you getting a house and not getting a house. Forget what everybody tells you. Your mortgage lender is number one. And if you need a great mortgage lender, let me know. I have a fantastic one. Just tell me in the comments that you're looking for a mortgage lender. I'll be glad to help you. But that is probably the most important person in this entire process, because you really can't do anything. You really can't start looking for real estate or looking to buy a home if you don't have a pre-approval letter and you're ready to close. Because when people are going to sell, they want to know that you're ready to close. I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting on the other side and people trying to sell their homes and the anxiety involved in that. And what they want to know is, not only is it a good offer, but how soon can they close on that property? So the number one important thing is have a great mortgage lender. A great mortgage lender is all the difference. Get pre-approved and be ready to close. The second thing you need to do is you need a lawyer. That's right. When you're about to buy a home, you need an attorney. You don't need a real estate salesman. They're not going to help you at all. They don't serve any purpose. When you're going to make the biggest purchase of your lifetime, remember, this is the biggest purchase of your lifetime. You want a lawyer looking over and reviewing that purchase and reviewing your contract. So make sure that one of the people on your team, you've already got a great mortgage lender. We already took care of that. The second person you want on your team, the second person that is so vital is an attorney. And an attorney is going to cost you somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500. So that is money well spent. And now you have someone that can review your contract, go over disclosures, go over laws, and make sure everything is in order. Now, the third person that you may need on your team is a good title company. A good title company, once again, you can just either get a referral or go ahead and visit the title company and let them know that you're looking at buying a home and how can they help. And actually interview the title company. Now, once you have the title company, your attorney, and you've got your lender in place, you are all set. Because people often ask, well, wait a minute, Drayton, how am I going to get to see a house? Well, you have from your mortgage lender a pre-approval letter. You're all set to close. You're ready to go. So your lawyer will simply put that on his letterhead and say, here is my client's pre-approval. We're ready to close in 14, 21 days. We'd like to take a look at the house that you have listed. So your attorney will just send that letter out, or you could send that letter out after your attorney does that letter for you. But you will have access to any house that you want. All you have to do is do those steps and be prepared. Because look, buying a house has often been made like it's complicated or it's a difficult thing to do. It's really not. Once you find a house that you like, all your lawyer is going to do is prepare an offer and send the offer in. If your offer is accepted, you're going to hopefully be able to take that directly over to your title company. And the only three people that need to speak to each other is the home lender, the lawyer, and now the third person being your title company. There. That's all that needs to talk. Because your lender is going to go ahead and issue an appraiser to come out and take a look at the property. And the appraiser will be able to talk to any of those three that needs to be talked. But that's the little knit group that you need. All you need is now the conversation between those three people, and that's it. It's a very, very simple process. It's not difficult at all. But I know real estate agents over the decades and over the years have tried to make it very, very difficult. But it's just not. But that, if you just follow those simple steps, get a great mortgage lender, get an attorney on your side, and work with a good, reputable title company in town. Now that you have that team together, you have everything that you need to get yourself to closing. Okay? Now, I'm going to talk a lot more about this later on, but if you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll be glad to answer them. And don't forget, please subscribe and like this video. It is very much appreciated. Okay, let's talk about price discounts all over the country. And I know that drives everyone crazy when we start talking about real estate prices going down, but you're starting to see more and more articles talking about just this. Because across the country, it doesn't matter whether you're talking about Cape Coral, Florida, whether you're talking about Austin, Texas, Boise, Idaho. I mean, you can just go on and on. And it doesn't matter what section of the country. Huge sections of across the country right now are seeing huge price drops. And I've been particularly concerned, especially, I don't know if you guys know that I'm on TikTok. By the way, if you go to TikTok, just look up Drayton, and that's me, I'm there. But on TikTok, I've been talking about for a long time, I've been talking about Texas and Florida. And the reason I've been talking about Texas and Florida is just the rapid price increase that took place in Florida and the building that's been going on in Texas. Pretty soon, things just get caught up. And I see that happening. I've been seeing it happening in Florida because the Miami market is not as strong as it was last year. As a matter of fact, the condo market has kind of tanked. Yeah, the condo market in Miami has kind of tanked. But not only that, but it's taking longer and longer for houses to sell in Miami as well. Same thing in Jacksonville, same thing in Cape Coral, same thing in Fort Lauderdale. If you start looking throughout Florida, you're starting to see the huge weakness that is going on in Florida. And what that means is lower prices coming to Florida. And I know some of you are saying, oh, not in my area, yeah, it's coming to most of Florida. Will some areas of Florida maybe escape 10, 15, 20% drops? Maybe. But most of Florida is in trouble, folks. And the numbers don't lie. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about Naples, Sarasota County, like I said, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville. A lot of areas in Florida are starting to hurt and hurt bad. But it's just not Florida. It's also Texas. The market in Texas is rough. Houston is in big trouble. I know a lot of you Houston realtors say, oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, it is that bad. It's that bad because prices are being slashed all throughout Houston. And not only are prices being slashed, but guess what's going up? Inventory. Inventory in Houston is going up and up and up. And Austin, Texas is in the middle of a disaster. And guess what's about to happen to Austin, Texas? Hundreds, probably 100 or 200,000 or more apartments are coming online. Think about that, 100 to 200,000 apartments coming online. Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster for Austin, Texas. And in San Antonio, you want to talk about San Antonio? Let's talk about San Antonio. San Antonio, each of the last 3 months has an inventory climbing. And now prices are being slashed all around San Antonio. So what do I see for Texas? I see more drops in Texas. I see more drops throughout the state. I think the state's in trouble. Now, is that the only state I see in trouble? No, I see Florida. And another area I see in big trouble is Atlanta. Atlanta is way overpriced. And Atlanta, over the last, I don't know, 3-4 months, has seen a record number of not foreclosures, of evictions throughout the city of Atlanta. So watch the Atlanta market real closely over the next few months. I think there's going to be big trouble in the Atlanta market. The other two markets I see having big problems ahead, especially in Phoenix. I think Phoenix is in real trouble over the next year or so, maybe even longer. We may be talking about a year to 2 years, because Phoenix inventory is just now starting to climb. And as that starts to climb, I think you're going to see more and more price decreases, because they're still building a ton of new homes in the area. So between new homes and existing homes for sale, I think you're going to see over the next few months a property glut in Phoenix. And what's going on in Vegas? People ask me all the time, because I'm in Vegas. Drayton, what's going on in Vegas? What's going on in Vegas? Let me tell you what's going on in Vegas. Vegas is all about what is brand new, all right? Vegas doesn't want to mess with anything that, they don't want to walk in and have to so much as change a curtain. They want to walk in and see a mint turnkey house. That's what they want. And if they don't get it, they're not going to pay top dollar for it, and you may be sitting on that property. That's why I'm flipping right now, and my flips are still selling very quickly. And the reason that they're selling is because they are in top condition. Everything is brand new. And that right now in the marketplace, no matter where the marketplace is tough, if you have brand new roof, brand new AC, brand new flooring, brand new kitchen, brand new. If you have all of that, you have a great chance of selling your property. If you don't, you're going to struggle. It's that simple. There's a lot more to talk about in real estate, but first of all, I want to really thank you for joining me. I'm brand new here to YouTube, and I want to thank you for giving me a shot and giving me a chance. I know I've got maybe 3 shows in the can right now. I think that's it, 3. But every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and as we get closer to spring, when we get into spring, I'll be doing a show 5 days a week. Right now, I'm doing it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to kind of get my feet at all the things I want to talk about, the things I'm passionate about, the things that, I think are going to bring value to my audience. That's what I'm really trying to decide over the next couple of months. What does my audience want? What does my audience want to see? What does my audience want to know about? So you're gonna see me doing some different things over the next probably 4 to 8 weeks. Be patient with me. Just know that by springtime, I think I'll pretty much have this whole YouTube thing together. But I'm coming from a TikTok background, so it's a little bit of an adjustment for me. But I thank you guys for being patient. Please subscribe. Please watch all of my videos. And if you have a suggestion, drop them in the comments. But in the meantime, thank you for watching 15 Minutes of Real Estate with your host, Drayton Nay. We'll see you next time.